Hi, Granby MA. My name is Dennis Doucette. I'm also known as Dennis the Deke. I am the chair and organizer of Dino Fest in Granby, Massachusetts. We hold this event every September, the second Saturday of the month. It's been going on for technically 11 years, but it's been open to the public for 10 because we had to take a year off, unfortunately, for COVID. This is our 10th year anniversary, and I'm really looking forward to having everybody out there come in and participate.
Well, let's start off with just like, what is Dino Fest? You know, for someone who's
What is Dino Fest? Wow. Dino Fest is an arts, crafts, and music festival. We designed it kind of like to have it as a family reunion. I think is the best way to describe it. We have pie eating contests, pie baking contests, tug of wars for all the little guys. We have an open mic for all those that have talent to sing. This year, I'm hoping to have 100 crafters come in because it's our 10th year anniversary. And so far, I'm up to 65, so it's very, very possible that we'll have it. I have antique cars, trucks, and tractors parked there. I have the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts. They all participate. I try to have as many select people involved, select boards, and I think we're getting the Colleens in this year. I know we're getting Miss Massachusetts, Miss Teen Massachusetts, Miss Pioneer Valley's coming. And we have Zippy, our dinosaur, our mascot. He'll be coming around. And Smokey Bear is going to be there celebrating his 80th birthday with us this year. So I think it's going to be a lot of good times.
Okay, so let's start with Hugs and Smiles. It's
Okay.
the tagline for Dino Fest. I know you said George Randall came up with that line.
George Randall, in the first year of Dino Fest, George Randall made the statement, all he saw was hugs and smiles.
Yeah.
So the second year of Dino Fest is when we adopted that as our motto. And it stuck, it fit. And it does explain Dino Fest because I've seen people who haven't seen each other for a year or so go up, run up to them, give them a big hug and a big smile. The kids are having a great time. They hug our mascots all the time. I've only had one problem in all our years of Dino Fest. And the guy was complaining about the size of his hamburger. So I went over to him. I said, did you touch it? Did you eat the fries or anything? He goes, yes, I did. I said, okay. So I threw it out. And he freaked, and I gave him his money out. And he felt bad, so he ended up buying 2 more.
Yeah, all right.
And he smiled. So that's okay. Everybody I've seen come through Dino Fest who remembers me as crafters or vendors to give me a hug and a smile. Glad to be back, that kind of thing. So hugs and smiles just happens to be there. And thank you, George Randall. Thank you, George Randall.
So you have mascots?
We have Zippy the dinosaur.
Okay.
Zippy is a costume character. And what he does is he walks around. He'll dance with the kids. He'll take pictures. He takes poses all over the place. If you look on our webpage, he's in all kinds of, he's posing in all kinds of positions. We got him caught riding a motorcycle and riding an EV, and he's up in a fire truck. And Zippy gets around.
Zippy gets around. Okay.
And we had a contest. The first year Zippy came into existence was to name Zippy. And I believe we had about 15 or 20 contestants put down all kinds of names. And it was a little 10-year-old boy that won the contest.
Yeah.
Because he called it Zippy.
Yeah.
Ever since then, that's how Zippy got his name.
Oh, that's really sweet. What goes into making all this? Like, you've got this huge festival. People love it. I know you mentioned when we talked before.
In other words, how's it come about?
How's it come about? Yeah.
How does it come? The day after the festival is when I start for the next year. So it takes about a year to develop. I have an incredible crew that helps me. One crew takes care of the food part, one crew takes care of the music part, one crew takes care of what we call the Dino Dash, which is the kids dress up in cardboard costumes of dinosaurs, and they run the length of Common Street. People come on down, you know where Common Street is, and they win a cash prize. Then with those same costumes, they go over to the music stage, to the sound booth, and we play a couple of songs. So we have the Dino Dance. And our challenge is to have the biggest Dino Dance in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Does this happen in other places?
Wait for it.
Okay.
We're the only Dino Dance.
Okay.
So eventually, we do have media coming down. I've had Channel 22 show up, Channel 40 showed up. Somehow we got advertised in Boston. Okay, I'm happy. But eventually, I want to get into the Guinness World Book Records as having the biggest Dino Dance in the Commonwealth, and perhaps maybe in New England. Who knows?
You think you could do it in the world? Are there? Do you know of other Dino dances? Is this a?
There's only one other. They call it a dinosaur festival.
Ooh,
And it's in the Midwest.
Okay.
The exact state I don't know. Colorado, Montana, one of those states out there. They have a dinosaur festival. Ours is a Dino Fest. Basically the same thing, but they have a whole lot more people out there than we do. We're more small town. They are more very, very, very big, very big, thousands of people. For us, we started with maybe a little history of the festival itself might help. Originally, it started as the Granby Arts, Crafts, and Music Festival, and that was run under Sandy Barnish. Yes, Sandy Barnish. And she ran that for, God, at least 15 or 20 years. It was a long, long event for her. She retired, and then they retired the festival. Evelyn Hatch ran a little while, and it was an agricultural festival. That went for a couple of years. Then Sheena Humphrey picked it up, and she ran it as the Dinosaur Arts, Crafts, and Music Festival. And then she passed it on to me. We had a few other chairs in between. I think Wayne Gagnon was a chair for a little while. There's another one, names are escaping me, but it was passed on to me. They were going to stop doing it completely. And they wanted to go into like having a food truck festival. So I looked at it, and I looked at the history of it, and I said, we can't let this go. I mean, there's too much. This has been known in Granby at least 30 years. It was a big event for the kids. We'd have, in the original ones, they would have, like the middle of the common was fenced off, and they'd have all kinds of kids' games, so that the parents could let the kids go in there and play, see them, and still be able to shop around the perimeter. And since then, we've modified that a little bit. But the reason it got called Dino Fest is because I talked to my son. He goes, "Yo, Dad, it's a fest, man. Call it Dino Fest."
Yeah.
So we went from Dinosaur Arts, Crafts, and Music Festival to Dino Fest.
Yeah.
Compliments of my son.
Right, and everyone loves dinosaurs.
And everyone likes dinosaurs. When you talk to any young person between 8 and 10 or 8 and 12, they can tell you exactly what kind of dinosaur is roaming around anytime, anywhere. And it's quite amazing. It is quite amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did have what they call the Jurassic Roadshow come through, and they have fossils of all kinds. I really am trying to get them back this year. They're running into a manpower problem, but they had a display of, you put your hand inside a curtained little box, and you feel around. You try to figure out what the article is. It was petrified dino poop, but it was stone. It was metal.
Right. So you're not touching poop, but you're touching poop. Like.
The kids had a blast with that thing. They went, "Oh man, mom, you gotta check it out." So that's the kind of thing that Dino Fest has. A lot of little surprises. We got bounce houses. We had a couple of bounce houses. Usually every year we try to get 2 the kids to enjoy. So it is a family event, and my prices have not changed in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because we try to keep it down. We try to keep the costs down. Because we know money's tight for a family.
Yeah.
You know, to buy lunch for 4 could cost you $20. Easy $20.
$20 is fine. Yeah.
Which is, it's doable.
An hour and change of
But
work.
with the prices going up now, it's tough. It's really tough. So
like with inflation and stuff.
All that inflation. So we're trying to keep the prices down. And again, families seem to really, really have a wonderful time. I I've had some really great sponsors in the past. I'm trying to get them back, of course, but they're having problems with because the economy is such a mess. It is what it is. But I always get new sponsors. I've had people come through with on the talent on the stage, which I can't get back because they're out cutting CDs and their own albums and their own music, and they just don't have the time.
Right.
So Dino Fest is a stepping stone. Dino Fest, there's crafters who've made really, really good, starting in Dino Fest. I can't get them back because now they're brick and mortar stores and they're just too busy. They can't come back. So Dino Fest is a stepping stone for a lot of people, a lot of talent. And I look forward to the newbies. I love getting newbies. And they always want to come back. But except for the ones that just make it so big they can't.
Right.
Not that they don't want to, but they can't.
They're not, yeah.
And they stay in touch with me. I got a couple of signed CDs and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, that's really sweet. So you could just see this like legacy of Dino Fest like spreading out into the world.
Into the world, right?
Oh, that's so cool. I'm really excited. This is gonna be my first
year.
Yeah, I was disappointed that Charter Day didn't happen this year, and
unfortunately, but they ran into the same problem I'm having.
Yeah. What's the
volunteers?
Volunteers. Okay. Yeah.
Because Charter Day decided not to pull it through because of the lack of volunteers. Mm-hmm. It's not the lack of the crowd. We guessed. I participate in Charter Day. I try to get down there to sell hot dogs and stuff like that, and we guesstimate anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 people go through on those 3 days.
Wow. How many people come through? I know you said it's the second biggest Charter Day.
We are second to Charter Day only because we're 1 day. I average. In the beginning was maybe 500 people, and now I'm up to about 1,000. Close to 1,000.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm hoping to break 1,000 this year because of the 10th year anniversary.
Yeah.
So because Charter Day didn't happen, we're the only game in town.
So now you're number one.
Well, for a year, right?
Wait, so you're also running into this problem of like a lack of volunteers. Because this is something I've been hearing in a lot of organizations around Granby and the wider like Western Massachusetts, is that there's some issues with volunteers right now. What do you think is going into that?
It's to volunteer your time. It's valuable.
Yeah.
With minimum wage is what, $15 an hour now? There's no way we can afford them. No. Okay. I've paid for bands. I've paid for talent coming through. I don't expect not to pay. It's me giving back to the community, giving back, paying forward, if you will. I have the talent, I have the time, I have the knowledge of how to make a festival work. In my earlier days, I was a DJ, the old school DJ, carrying vinyl records to other places. So I have that talent. I've had several businesses in my time, all very successful, just had to move on. So I get that part, I get the financial part.
Mm-hmm.
But the volunteers, to ask somebody to come in and do something, and they have no clue what's going on, then you have to take time to train them.
Yeah.
And the patience, and the love, and the respect, which is tough. It can be tough, especially if you get somebody that has a different opinion, which is okay. But that's why it's a family. That's why I run it like a family reunion instead of an event.
What's the difference, though?
What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, how does that...
if it's an event, okay, it's paid and very rigid. Do it this way or don't do it. Okay, with family, do it if you can, and if it's the best you can do, then it's the best that can be done. And smiles.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so it's like Dino Fest is going to happen no matter what.
It's going to happen.
What it looks like is up to the people who show up, the people who volunteer. Okay, yeah, no, I like that.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So that was the format from the beginning.
Mhm.
And it's being able to give back to the community. Granby, we're not that big. I mean, what do we got? 6,000 or 7,000 people in the town.
6, I think.
6,000. That's good.
Yeah.
And if they can enjoy Dino Fest and have a day where they can just relax, let their hair down, let the kids go wild for a while, and enjoy themselves, come home with some happy memories, maybe some pictures, my job is done.
Yeah.
And they will remember this. The kids will remember it. They'll pass it on to their kids.
Right, and that's how you get this legacy of like it was the I'm forgetting the Granby Craft and Arts and Crafts Fair. Yeah, right. And so you get that, and then you get the Dinosaur Craft Fair, and then Dino Fest, and this evolution.
When it was the Granby Arts, Crafts, and Music Festival, there was a different supply of people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were the elders of the town. They were the old timers. They used to give antique car rides.
That's cool.
A couple of those cars, man, were like 1900 dirt, you know. And the old guy would drive them. Well, since then, these people have passed away. The cars are gone.
Mm-hmm.
So we evolved. We went to something else. We had a tractor doing a hay ride. That person moved on, time moved on, the farm got sold, so we had to evolve. This was during the Granby Arts, Crafts, and Music Festival. And they didn't really have that much of a food booth. So I came in with a little round George Foreman grill, which you plug in, and started making hot dogs. And that's where the food booth developed. And now we are up to where we are.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Even I'm amazed sometimes.
It's cool how things grow. I feel like I mean when there's a love for it, right? It's it's so like to have created an event that's now getting 1,000 people, right?
Hopefully.
Okay, I'll believe in it. That's really cool. So I understand. So you're the deacon at the Christ Church.
I want to call it Deacon Emeritus.
Deacon, what's that mean?
In our church, the Church of Christ Congregational, the deacons are elected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as opposed to I believe in the Catholic Church where they have to go to seminary and theology and they become educated and get a degree.
Okay. Yeah.
So with us, we're elected, and if you serve so many terms, you become an emeritus status. And I've been a deacon for 23 years now. So this is all part of which helps Dino Fest because people know me, and I've helped a lot of people, and our church has helped a tremendous amount of people. We were always giving stuff away, which is kind of cool. To what Dino Fest does is, yes, we do have profit, but that profit goes into the investment of keeping the church going, which also goes back into the community for those that need it. So that money that they spend at Dino Fest goes right back into the community in a roundabout way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the volunteers is so important.
Right. So you're kind of a community organizer. Is it like you're very clearly that's what you are.
Well,
but you
my
have
title is a chair and organizer.
Chair and organizer. Okay, yeah. Do you feel like how long have you been deacon?
About 23 years.
20. Oh, yeah. Okay.
24.
And so Dino Fest is 10 of those. Do you feel like that was kind of like your experience in church and stuff? It has a big overlap. Like it seems
Absolutely.
very similar to me. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way my beliefs came about. I basically married into the church.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I wasn't born into the church. I was married into it.
So really community, like step one.
I became more involved with different committees and different boards and all that jazz, and eventually I do an outreach now to promote the church. Dino Fest is a community event, but it also promotes the church, and not just my church, the whole. But I invite all the churches. to come and participate. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. But we'll do things like I've had American Indian tribes come in and bless us in the beginning of the Dino Fest. I've had every religion you can think of come in and bless us.
So it's like non-denominational.
It's
kind
non-denominational
Yeah.
big time.
Huh. That's really cool. Yeah. But so the church, UCC puts on Dino Fest, right? So it's like, oh, they don't. So this is your own.
This is mine.
Oh. Okay, so I didn't understand that. That's cool, yeah.
That's like when I say we use the church land,
Mm-hmm.
so we're kind of sponsored by the church.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a member of the church. I'm a deacon of the church, but it's a community event. So it's like I say, it's a family reunion. It's not a backyard church event. And the reason we run it this way is because so many sponsors feel that they cannot support a specific religion, which is, I understand, I get that. But they can support a community event.
Yeah.
Now, we don't go around and say prayers and spread holy water and all that other jazz all over everybody. We just let them come in and do their thing, which is great. And like I say, we've had some awesome people come through, really awesome people. I had one, people come in dressed in character sometimes.
Like dinosaur character?
Dinosaur characters.
Okay.
Think the Flintstones, like Barney and Betty and Fred, I had Bam Bam and Pebble running around once in a while.
That's cute.
But I did one year, I had two people that were in costume of American Indian spirits. It was kind of a bird costume.
Mm-hmm.
They stayed in costume for over 8 hours. It was to the point I'd never seen them get out of costume the whole time I was there. But it was almost to the point I was thinking, these guys are real.
Like they might be like.
And they would go around and just kind of flap their wings and nod to people and do little chants and go up and down the aisles. It was cool. It was really, really cool. So,
Okay, yeah.
we were blessed by the Great Spirit.
Do you feel? I know you said you've had native like tribes come in and do this. Do you know if they were native or was there a kind of just they were there?
Don't know.
They were there.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
We've had native tribes coming in. We're doing storytelling with the acting.
Oh wow.
That was great. We have a couple of churches come in and they set up a booth. They'll give out candies or cookies or whatever, and they will offer prayers for people that come by. But I don't want to focus on that because I don't want to scare people away, letting them think that this is a religious thing.
It's more. It's more.
So much more.
Yeah.
I have the fire department coming in.
Yeah.
With their 1938 truck every year.
It's not still in operation, is it?
It's still running.
It is?
It still runs, sir.
But they don't still use that. Like they don't go to fires.
They have to, yeah. They can use it. It's that good.
That's really cool.
I've had another company down the road. They bring in I think it's 1939 or 1940 truck, fire truck. It's not fire ready, but it looks pretty cool.
Looks pretty good. That's half the battle.
I have
maybe not the winning battle, but
it's the pie eating contest. It's chocolate cream pies.
Okay. Yeah.
Which are handmade by Breezy Acres. And she's insistent that she will not use instant mix because these are
great.
These are really, really good. And the kids go wild. They get sick.
Adults do it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anybody can be in it. So those kind of things that I do are just fun because the kids next to her heard me say it. They're laughing like hell and giggling, and chocolate's coming out their nose. And that's what we do. We have fun.
It's a blast.
So like I say, yeah, we do have a lot of religion involved there. But no, we don't.
Right. It's more.
It's the community. It's old school, old time community. We're getting I'm working with the select board now. We have what they call the Little Village, which is scale models of all the buildings, of all the historical buildings of Granby. And there may be, I think they're 1/30th scale or 1/50th scale. I mean, they're small buildings, but there's one of the church, there's one of the town hall, there's one of the old mill. There's like 6 buildings or 8 buildings. So we're going to get that there, and they're going to have it set up at the courthouse, which is right across from the common.
The courthouse? The courthouse?
Courthouse.
Courthouse.
Yeah.
Courthouse.
That's okay. The common is here.
Okay.
The first White House.
Okay.
That's the old colonial home. It's opposite the museum. It's part of the museum.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So they're going to set up this little village, and people are going to be dressed in period clothing
Mm-hmm.
to give a tour through there. So that's part of Dino Fest.
Huh. Very neat. Okay. What period?
1800s.
1800s. Okay. Okay. So is this like they're kind of like colonial, like Pilgrim, or you don't know? It's a surprise.
Come on down and find out.
Wow. Okay. So this is exciting. So volunteers are a struggle. Are there other struggles you run into? Parking. Yeah. Okay. I'm early.
Right now, I've with the antique cars, trucks, and tractors we have come in. They take up the front of the congregational church, that whole grass area,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a big hit. That's a big hit with the dads, with the kids, especially little guys. Man, they love going through there. So that takes away from the parking. The crafters come in. I have a special area for them. Park bumper to bumper, and we get them all straightened out. They're good. The customers, we can park on West Street, on the street, but they can't park on Common Street, which is the street that runs next to the Common, which is okay because we got to keep that open for emergency vehicles. In the past years, we were able to use West Street School, their parking lot, but because of construction right now, those 2 parking spots are closed. So I'm going to talk to the chief of police and see if I can get them opened just for Dino Fest.
Oh,
We'll
great.
see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Fingers. Yeah.
But the chief, the police department's going to bring down some kind of. They usually do something about child seats for kids. I think I'm going to get a dare card this year. The fire department comes in with their display. Smokey Bear is coming in.
I love Smokey Bear.
They're bringing in what they call the Beast, which is a specially designed vehicle to go out to fight forest fires. This thing's a monster.
It's like a big fire truck. It's like an armored fire truck type deal, or
Kind of. It's designed to go into the woods and fight fires.
That's cool.
But I have to park all these vehicles so that they can get out if they have to get out, which is great. That's all that part. I think I have the National Guard coming in. Nothing's in stone yet, but they have all kinds of little cool stuff they have. We're having a scavenger hunt being sponsored by the fire department, or maybe the emergency response. I'm not sure which one's doing it. And what the kids do is they'll go from vendor to vendor and get a stamp. Yeah, and it's like a little scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
The vendor will give them another piece of paper. Okay, you got to go find this person, and then they'll figure it out and get a prize at the end.
Good. Yeah.
So that's Dino Fest.
That's Dino Fest. So those are your big struggles are kind of parking, volunteers,
Parking right now, volunteers, advertising.
advertising, getting
I
the word out.
really want to thank GCAM,
Yeah.
and I want to thank you for inviting me down here to get this out, to get this news out. Advertising is always a problem. That's, if they don't know about it, we can do it.
Yeah. Before we move on, why dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs, because of the Nash dinosaur, I guess the best way to call it, Nash Dinosaur History Park, there is a huge amount of fossils right here in Granby, right in this whole Pioneer Valley, this little spot. I'm sure you're familiar with the Holyoke, right off, what is it? It goes out to Northampton, whatever that road is, Route 5. There's a place you can pull over and you can see dinosaur tracks coming out of the river, right on the bedrock.
I had no
Is
idea.
that right?
Okay, well, this is on the list for me.
Nash dinosaurs had a bunch of fossils and of dinosaur fossils from this whole entire area is covered with fossils. Now, there is a rumor, and this is strictly a rumor, that all of the major museums in the world have a fossil from Granby.
Really?
From
Granby, not Western Mass, Granby specifically.
Granby, Mass. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it's true. It's been told to me a couple of times. Maybe I'm spreading rumors. I don't know. But that's why Dino Fest was actually Sheena Humphrey was the one that found this information out. She ran with it, and the fiberglass dinosaurs you see in town, that's all her.
The sauropods. I love that.
Those
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
But that's Granby. Granby is dinosaurs.
Dennis, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure is mine. Come to Dino Fest. We'll see you on September 14th, 2024. Be there or be square.